Okay, good afternoon, everybody. And on behalf of HSBN Baseball, we're pleased to welcome the Somerset Canyon Cougars to Media Day to kick off this year's high school baseball season. At this time, let's meet the 2026 Somerset Canyon Cougars.
How's it going? My name is AJ Quinones. I am the head coach over here at Somerset Canyon. This is my 5th season, and I'm really excited to start 2026 season.
Hi, I'm Colin Zemak. I am a senior and I'm a catcher.
Hi, my name is Jacob Miller. I'm a right-handed junior and I play outfield and catcher.
I'm Xavier Bruno, assistant coach for the Varsity Cougars.
I'm Joe Jenko, third base coach, assistant coach for the Varsity Cougars.
Tyler Waters, junior, second base, right.
My name is Fred Haney. I am a right-handed pitcher. I play first and I'm a junior.
And Coach Quinones and the staff, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and your career as a baseball coach for the entire staff?
Yeah, this is my 5th year, and Joe has been my assistant for all 5 of those years. Xavier Bruno was a player of ours in the class of 2023, and we kept him around to help us coach. I've coached majority of the players sitting here since they were 12 or 13 years old, and they have all come through basically the same Little League program, in the same Little League area as each other.
And this is your 5th year at the helm?
Correct.
And what changes have you brought to Somerset over this time span? What have you tried to instill in the Cougar baseball program?
I mean, culture is a big thing. I'm huge about, culture before. It wasn't as great, and since I've been here, I feel like I am more of a player coach, but at the same time, I think the kids do a very good job of policing each other and keeping each other in line to whenever it is time to practice or play, they really hold each other accountable, and that's pretty much my philosophy is I want, leadership obviously ultimately up to me, but I want leadership to be internal between the players because I can't be out there with them dealing with the same anxieties.
And the Cougars finished last season with a very commendable 15-win season. How will you guys build off of that?
So last season we had a couple of seniors. Majority of our team were sophomores who are now part of our junior class. We have 2 seniors this year, including a gentleman to my right, Colin Zemak, who has been a part of this program since middle school. I think a year older, a year more mature is going to really help us compete. We have, a whole group of just guys who are just willing to compete, really good in high pressure situations, and they do a really good job of not giving up on themselves and their team during games.
And can you tell us a little bit about the makeup of this year's team, a little bit about the chemistry and the effect that chemistry will have on a successful season? How many guys are on your roster and what kind of depth you have, et cetera?
So we have a 13-man roster currently. All 13 kids have pretty much played with each other for a very long period of time, whether it's been since middle school, going into high school, or even before that, Little League. And a lot of these kids are really good friends. They're really close, and you can tell that on the field. And it kind of shows that there's no really selfish player. They all play for each other just because they've been friends for so long. And I think that translates to us on the field and being able to persevere.
And going off that to our players, what's the chemistry like from your perspective? How do you like the guys on the team? You get along, you're bonding, you got younger guys on the team, you mentor them. How do you like being a Cougar baseball player? What's the chemistry like?
It's very fun. I mean, I enjoy all my teammates. We're all pretty close off of the field. We all usually hang out a lot. And it's a good environment. We all get along pretty good out there and always have each other's backs.
Yeah, to go off what he said, we're all very a close-knit group, and we've known each other for a decent amount of time, and it's just pretty much going out there, and it's like a big group of friends, and we all just have fun.
We've been playing for a few years now together. There's always someone there to hype each other up, no matter if someone's down or not, and we all do a good job at that.
And coach, there's probably as many coaching styles as there are coaches. What approach will you use and your staff this year, taking into consideration the depth of the team offensively, defensively, pitching wise. What will be your style on the field coaching this team?
You know, we hold each other accountable, and I'm going to let the other two coaches speak on this as well. You know, us as coaches, we know each other really well. We've been playing under the same system, so we kind of are at the point where we can kind of know what each other is thinking in certain situations. I had recently stepped aside and let Coach X and Coach Joe take control on the bases because I wanted to be more of a dugout culture guy, trying to make sure that everybody's in tune. We went through it last year, and I think that every single year that we do that, we're going to get better. And I'll let both of the coaches kind of speak on their behalf and their experiences.
Yeah, just to add on to that, with me and Joe, we pretty much have a pretty close-knit relationship. That's what happened when I was a senior, got here, and it felt like home. So one thing that I took pride in is base running all my career, and that's how me and him bonded really well, and offensively hitting as well, since we're both lefties in the box. And we just try to take advantage of anything that we see on the base path, anything that opposing pitcher might be doing, try to relate to our runners on the base so we can try to take an extra 90 if we have to.
Yeah, just trying to take advantage of what the opposing team is giving us out there on the defense while we're on the base paths. You know, if a pitcher's slow on his slide step, you know, a lot of pass balls, catchers, you know, kind of dogging it back to the pitcher. You know, we're just trying to be as aggressive as we can and kind of keep the pressure up on the opposite team. And then in the box, we just want to put the ball in play and put the pressure on that defense to make a mistake, make a pass ball, make a missed throw. And then capitalize off of those. That's, I think, going to be our biggest challenge this year is, you know, being successful with runners in scoring position rather than kind of leaving them stranded.
And to our players, major commitment. What's it like being a student athlete at Somerset? I mean, you know, you got to keep up your studies, a lot of hours on the baseball field, a lot of time put out there. It's a tough grind. What's it like being a Cougar baseball player?
I mean, there's struggles sometimes with keeping up with the homework and the baseball, but at the end of the day, if you just control your time and become good at it and stay focused, then it gets pretty easy as it goes on.
Are there any teams in particular on your schedule that you like playing against more than others? Anybody you get pumped up more for? Any opponents, maybe friends on other teams, etc.?
I like playing John High. It's a very competitive game on both sides. I feel like both teams are willing to put all on the line to win that game. And I feel like it's just a competitive game.
Opponents?
Yeah.
Coach, so when do you guys open up, and how does this year's schedule shape up?
So this year's schedule, we definitely have stacked it a little bit more challenging for our group. Last year, you know, we would have some teams that obviously weren't on our competition level. Not to any knock to their program, whether they don't have the funding or the whatever it is. This year we have some very competitive teams on our schedule. It's going to be a really good test for this group because I think that they can hang with them.
Okay, and finally, what would a successful season of Somerset baseball look like to the Cougars and their fans? What do you hope to accomplish this year?
Well, first thing is getting our two seniors into college, whether it's baseball or related or not. That's the most important thing. Successful for me would be, you know, a team GPA of 3.0. You know, on the field, it would be limiting strikeouts, limiting walks on the mound, limiting strikeouts as a batter, really being able to, you know, capture the identity of the team that doesn't give up and can come from behind at any point in the game.
Okay. All right, well, on behalf of HSBN Baseball, we wish the Cougars a great season. Thank you for participating in this year's HSBN media event, and good luck to Somerset.